So, Chris, we've both taught languages online for a long time, and much of our life has been doing that. So what are some of the cool things about having a career teaching languages online?
I think teaching generally, being able to meet people from all over the world and help them as well. And I think it's something we forget as teachers, just how much of a difference we make to people's lives, so whether it's to help them get to university, to help them get a new job, we play a really fundamental part in that.
It's that people-to-people thing, isn't it? And one of the things that's unique about doing this online is the fact that you can connect with people all over the world. I mean, I've had students from like Brazil, Japan, China, all different places from home.
Exactly.
And that's something, it was possible before if you had a lot of students coming internationally to the language school where you happen to teach. But it's just incredible to be able to do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. The next one we talked about was learn to be organised online, which doesn't sound that cool.
Doesn't sound that interesting. No, but I think the reason I put that on there was because, we're both old enough to remember the world.
Speak for yourself.
I think you are as well, Chris. We're old enough to remember the world before the internet. And I still remember having to go through the process of like learning email, learning how to schedule something with your calendar, learning to use Google Docs and things that are so natural now. But if you're kind of new to that world, then teaching day after day, hour after hour, you get really good at that stuff. And that skill set is something that I've really taken on. It's been very useful for what we've gone on to build with story learning. These kind of basic daily online skills are something you have to get together very quickly when you're teaching, and something that's really quite valuable.
It's true. No, I agree. I think we talked about students there as well, but you have such an opportunity online to meet teachers from all over the world as well. And if you're working in a language school, you'll have a staff room, and that's great. But to be able to build relationships with teachers all over the globe is fantastic. It's and you can learn so much from other people.
You still keep in touch with a lot of teachers that you've
I do,
met.
yeah, and you have the opportunity to do that. You can still share ideas and give each other tips for lessons, share lesson plans, share materials.
I guess it's that feeling of having colleagues as well, isn't it? And if you're building your teaching business, you're teaching online, to know other people who are also doing that it's just a great thing to have in your life, and it's something that experienced teachers speak a lot about. The other thing that teachers like a lot is being able to design their lifestyles around their preferences. So if there's someone who if you like to, see your parents in the afternoon, well, you can arrange your lessons for the morning and the evening. If you like to go surfing in the morning, you can arrange your lessons in the afternoon and the evening, and you can do it from anywhere. And it's like, this is just something that it really is world-changing, the ability to do this.
One thing people don't talk about a lot is just how much you can learn about things. The general knowledge that I've acquired through teaching, and like from meeting people who have interesting, diverse backgrounds, but also from the actual teaching materials as well. You just learn so much about
what kind of scenario?
everything. So, I mean, most of my knowledge of geography has come from, I had no knowledge of geography before I started teaching. My knowledge of history's increased. My knowledge of food and recipes. Just there's so much you can pick up just from teaching.
Yeah, and that comes about because you'll meet a student and they'll express an interest in history, and then so you'll go off and you'll find articles or things on Wikipedia or whatever about that topic they're interested in, and then use that as lesson, and you end up learning a lot.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And also with students that you meet, your relationship is mostly online, but it's quite common as well for you to develop quite good friendships with these students and end up meeting them in real life. If they are traveling through to the place where you live, it's quite common to meet up and go for a coffee or something. And those times when I've met students in real life, having taught them online, it's such an amazing thing to be able to do.
It is, and it's quite weird to see people's body rather than just sort of their head as well. You almost don't recognise them when you first see them.
Yeah, very much. And I guess then working for yourself as well is a big deal, right?
Absolutely, and the freedom that brings as well.
It's I've had so many different teaching jobs of different kinds, and I've enjoyed them all in different ways. But I have to say the freedom to be able to work for myself, to be the master of my own destiny, set my hours. I mean, it's hard. You often end up working harder when you work for yourself, but there is so much. I don't know. There's such. It's a really fulfilling journey to go on
Yeah.
to create something for yourself and to work
Absolutely.
for yourself.
Yeah.